Aaron Cox with the head coach for the LR men's basketball team, Everick Sullivan. Coach, coming off a tough loss here tonight. You guys went into the locker room up by 7 over visiting Wingate, and you end up falling by 7, 79-72. What do you attribute for the discrepancy between the first half success, especially offensively, in the second half?
Yeah, we just I don't think we were able to sustain the level of play that we had the first half. I have some guys, as you know, we play a lot of minutes. Guys play a lot of minutes. I mean, I had guys play 35 minutes tonight, and some guys play the whole entire game. And I think the second half against Wingate, they have size, they have strength. They're a very physical and enduring team. Like they get into your legs. They just kind of ground and pound type mentality, which I think it took its toll. And that's why we shot, I think, 43% first half, shot around 28% the second half, and 20. It was a tale of two halves. Our guys fought. We get a lot of credit. They made everything difficult for us. We executed. We had some opportunities to get back in the game or to even take the lead, and just missed some shots and weren't able to get enough rebound. And this is the second game they've kind of exposed our inability to rebound in the interior. So it was a good game in terms of our effort, but we just wasn't able to execute in all facets.
A bright side tonight, at least, was Jalen Varese, and especially there in the second half for a while, he was about the only guy who you could count on to get some points.
Yeah.
So fast getting to the rim. Yeah. He ends up finishing with a game-high 22. He really just took over and kept you guys in the game for a while there.
Yeah, we have guys that really rely on him to create shots. So sometimes it's very difficult for him to score and to get opportunities for other guys. But this game, I knew he would have opportunities because they weren't going to leave our three-point shooters. They were not going to leave Jarvis and not leaving Billy and those guys. So he has the opportunity to get to the rim. The trouble is once you get to the rim, you got a 6'8", 6'9" guy down there that you got to finish against. But he had a great game in terms of putting pressure on him in the open court, getting in the lane, finishing, getting to the free throw line. But it's just you gotta either score at a high level, and we have up until tonight, and that's going to happen. But your defense has to be able to sustain it until you get your offense back, and you have to rebound the basketball, and therefore you have to win in a different way than what you normally win. And we weren't able to do that.
Well, one of your big rebounders normally is Jaquez Chambers. Comes in, one of the top board guys in the league. He pulls down a handful, and then offensively, though, is shut out tonight. No points.
Yeah.
And he didn't really even seem to be in the flow of the offense a whole lot. Didn't even take a whole lot of shots.
He's one of those guys. Well, Wingate's, I think their game plan is to make us beat them off the dribble. So they're switching, and everybody's matched up. Jock's not a ball handler. He's not a dribbler. But once I said we got Jalen and maybe Darion, along with our offensive execution, is what sets everybody up for their shots. Well, when they don't leave you and you're not a ball handler or a driver or a playmaker per se, then it's tough for you to get scoring opportunities. And he had a couple open shots. I think he passed up a couple that he probably should have taken in the game at some point. So, you just certain teams do certain things, and as we go forward, I think the team's concepts of guarding us, the scouting report is take away the three-point, make those guys beat you off the dribble.
Well, you got a quick turnaround here. Another game coming up quickly on Saturday with Lincoln Memorial. Is there anything on that quick of a turnaround that you feel like you can adjust offensively, or do you just try to stick with your game and hope that the offense stays there? Yeah,
we're playing one of the top. This Wingate was picked maybe first to win in the preseason poll, so we basically are playing the top two out of three teams right now in the league. They're on a roll. Wingate's playing very well, but LMU is very similar in a lot of ways in terms of their size and their stature. We're not going to do much different. We'll talk about our game plan going into practice tomorrow. We're going to, at this point in the season, games are coming so fast, it's hard for you to make huge adjustments. It's just a matter of personnel, knowing the personnel, and who's going to be able to execute what they do better. So we know we got to make shots when we get them. We got to gang rebound. We got to do it by committee. No one individual can't rely on Jock to get every rebound. And we got to be better defensively. Just too many blow-bys tonight, which, that may be part of the fatigue factor where you just close out and guys are blowing by you and getting in the lane and getting paint touches.
Coach Everick Sullivan, thanks for the time.
Thank you, Aaron.
Bears falling tonight by the final score 79-72, but as we mentioned, right back in action on Saturday. We'll have another doubleheader here on the Bears Sports Network. The women in action at 2, the men right after that at 4 o'clock, taking on Lincoln Memorial University right here on the Bears Sports Network.